My name is Carl Masson, and I'm doing my second video concerning about what is going to happen in Haiti tomorrow. And today is February 6th, and the biggest day is going to be tomorrow. Who knows what's going to happen? We're going to have to wait to see how things going to turn out tomorrow. Why things are going on right now in Haiti is because the CPT, the Presidential Council of Transition, it's time for them to leave by tomorrow. I don't know exactly how it is going to happen, and it get more interesting because the illegitimate prime minister also have to go, because it was the CPT that give the illegitimate prime minister power. But there is a conflict of interest going on right now, where the United States is protecting the illegitimate prime minister, and that never happened before. The CPT always get rid of prime ministers before. Look what happened to Joe Biden, and they easily get rid of a prime minister. But why this prime minister is different than the other one? For two reasons. Not only he is an American, based on what I hear, but also the who is in charge again, Republican. So the Trump administration is protecting him for their own personal interests. Who knows exactly what he offered them, based on what I hear, because a lot of money has been spending, hundreds of millions of dollars in terms of business. Who knows what kind of business they are? I don't know. And the news in Haiti are not really specific about it. Maybe they probably don't know exactly what the illegitimate prime minister offered them. So the Trump administration is determined to protect him, and that is why the Trump administration imposed not only sanctions but also cancel visas of some of the CPT members, is because they are determined to get rid of him. And if they are the one who give him power, of course it makes perfect sense that both of them have to go together. But why is it turning out the way it is to go back to the assassination of the president, where actually that's where things started to happen, because the people in power, who give them power? Did the people in the country vote for them? Absolutely not. So they just took power along with the help of the United States, and they make a promise that they're gonna fix the problem, which of course they can never fix anything anyway, because it's happened by design. And even though if they try to do so, and they know exactly what's gonna happen to them. But however, some of them, they could care less. They just out there making money for themselves, and they can't even fix nothing. So since they make a promise to fix things and then nothing ever happening, and they give them the U.S. and the West give them until February 7th of this year, if nothing has been done, so they have to leave power. However, the country is gonna move from one problem to another, because what about those who want to take over? Is it some kind of form of transition that is happening? Possibly, because the people who want to take in power, they want to do exactly the same thing. Some of them have their own president, their own prime minister, when actually there was supposed to be election taking place. But if there is no election taking place, why they want to force themselves into power? Who knows what's going to happen tomorrow when the people say, no, it's not going to happen. But the people say that because they not really represent the interests of the people. They rather represent the interests of the private sector and themselves, and the U.S. and the West. So that means it is a form of transition that's happening, where the CPT is gonna go, and then now they're gonna transfer power to the new ones that are gonna come to keep going what they've been doing. Even what's his name, Leslie Voltaire, 2 weeks, a week and a half or 2 weeks ago, in an interview with the journalist, he said with his mouth, straight from the horse's mouth, he said that 60% of the political actors, but he never mentioned who are those actors. But if you really pay attention about it, he referring to those who are already in the political arena, who intended to do exactly the same thing that they've been doing. And he said that the agree to pick up where he and the others are going to left off. I mean, from the CPT, and they want to follow things to make sure that they do not. The word he used, irritating the 40% of the people on the other side. Who are the 40% of the people on the other side? He meant to say the U.S., the West, Canada, and the wealthy, the oligarchs who control the country. So he meant by the 40% to make sure that they're not irritated by what will the new political parties are going to come to take over. But however, still, there is no election in the country ever since the president was assassinated, and these people are doing illegitimate from the beginning. And then now what? Since they just give themselves a term illegitimately, so now what? They're gonna go to a double illegitimacy, because at the end of the day, there will not be election, and even the cassation court, I'm talking about the higher court, is also in a mess, because majority or most, or who knows, all of the judges in there are corrupt. Even each and every judge in the higher court, they've been taken by each and every political party right now. So that means each and every political party are choosing a judge to represent the country. And then even though the judges don't know what the heck is going on there, so how are they going to know exactly how they're going to lead? Because at the end of the day, they don't know exactly how they're going to lead. But that's the strategy and tactics that this political party are using right now. But actually, some of them, they've been there from the beginning. They just like try to rebrand themselves, as new comers, when actually the people aware of them, they know that exactly why these people are gonna go back again. It doesn't make any sense. So now it gets interesting, because one of the U.S. warship that's supposed to be concentrated could be more in the capital, but this one is going in the south. Why go in the south? Who was in the south? It seems to me that they go there try to prevent Guy Philippe to come into the capital. Guy Philippe aware of that, and I don't know exactly if he's in the place that he came from, because that's where the warship went to. I don't know exactly if they tried to kidnap him just as they kidnapped the Venezuelan president, but there is more behind his kidnapping, because they're not going to tell you the other side of it. Because I don't think you're going to kidnap somebody into his own house and then you ask him to pay for ransom. You know exactly what that means when somebody asks you to pay for ransom. So the media, the mainstream media, even the independent media never mention about the other side of that. They want to focus more on the kidnapping side. But you don't kidnap somebody and then immediately making a demand on top of that. So that's what is going on right now. So it looks to me that they probably the same warship that transport Maduro to the U.S. is the same warship again that's in the south side of Haiti. Who knows? They're there to kidnap Philippe once more. Who knows? Let's find out what's going to happen tomorrow. And the news also come out that the warship doesn't really bring. They only bring like equipment material for the police, but very few videos I watch straight from Haiti, and I've seen like a new military tank, but they don't really look like they have weapons, like automatic weapons on top of them. So they just black and the palace. But I know I'm a bit familiar with that because ever since when I was in the country, that's what has been going on when there is when they get rid of President Aristide in 1990s. So that's what they've been doing. They always put blockade. They put tanks surrounding the palace to make sure that people don't get through. And who knows for how long that has been going on. But it seems to me that the illegitimate prime minister might still in power, but however, for how long he's going to stay in power, who knows what's going to happen tomorrow. So let's just wait to see how things go to turn out. I'm just going to hope that there is no more bloodshed, because who can afford the bloodshed right now in this country? Like I said in my previous video, December 30th of last year. So who knows? Are the U.S. warships in the country, is there to scare the people? I don't know. Based on what I hear, that's why the warships are there. But there are warplanes landing in the international airport of Toussaint Louverture, and the U.S. has been in control of the airport since last year or 2 years ago, and it was as if it's the property. They just keep it for themselves. So let's see what's gonna happen tomorrow. And until then, this is where I leave everything for now. Thank you.